Giselle Katri grew up in a family who demanded strict adherence to the Quran and Islamic faith. For her, it was the only way to earn her parents' love.
I believe that staying true to Islam was something that my parents and I would bond over. If I did, as they requested for me to do, like going to the mosque with them and participating in Ramadan fasting.
But none of those things brought Giselle's family closer together. In fact, her parents fought constantly. Her prayers to Allah offered little comfort.
Allah seemed just really distant from me and didn't really feel as though I was being listened to. I felt more of like I was going through the motions, not really feeling anything in return from God. I wanted that peace that people keep talking about that Islam represents, and I didn't ever feel that.
When Giselle was a senior in high school, her father ended the marriage, and her mother started a new family.
After I went through all that with my family, I just kind of felt like I wasn't worthy of any affection or love. The thought of the future would just bring me into a panic.
By then, Giselle's anxiety was triggering debilitating panic attacks.
I thought I was going to die. My heart rate would just increase. I felt darkness, like a dark cloud over my head.
It was the school's administrator, Connie, who was a Christian.
Whenever I would have panic attacks at work, she would pray with me. I would feel a lot of peace, and I never felt that way when I finished praying my Islamic prayers. I was like, what is Miss Connie doing? Whatever it is, I want it.
Connie invited her to church.
During that service, I learned about atonement, how Jesus died for our sins. As a Muslim, I didn't really even understand why Jesus had died. Parts of the Quran were already wrong about what Christians believed. It just kind of made me question a lot more.
She had the worst panic attack she'd ever experienced.
I was like, maybe I should try what Miss Connie did. Maybe I should try praying. I tried to model her prayer. When I did that, I remember seeing this huge flash of light in front of my face, feeling an overwhelming, huge wave of just peace and love, and I fell immediately asleep.
When she woke up, Giselle opened a Bible.
What I found in there was just so much peace. Isaiah 49, it mentions how even if a mother abandons their child, that God will never abandon you and that your name is written on his hand. And I very much identified with that, and knowing that God loved me.
Giselle studied and compared sources until she was convinced that Jesus is the Son of God.
Jesus claimed to be God. The resurrection isn't just mentioned in the Bible. There's historical accounts outside of the Bible. That really resonated with me. Knowing that there is history behind it tells me that there's truth in that. And I just said, God, I accept that you are who you say you are. I accept that you're Jesus, and I accept that you are God, and I accept you as my God. And that was the day after that. Never again panic in any sort of way. Never again. I want everything that I do to represent him. And that gives me such an amazing purpose in life because I'm God's representative here. I get to be his hands and feet. Instead of me being fearful for tomorrow, I embrace it. I can no longer think that I'm worthless because if my name is written on God's hand, as Isaiah 49 mentions, then that means that he cares immensely about me.